Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Peace and love. Yoni Melanin, peace and love. Paxeta Amor, how you doing? Can y'all hear me good? Let me know if you can hear me good. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me good. Okay, good deal. All right. Good deal, Lisa. All right. Let a few more people pop in. Yeah, we ain't gonna be on too long tonight. Good deal, Kai. Y'all probably can tell by looking at my face, man. I'm tired, man. But thank you, Yoni. Yes, all is well, indeed. I pray all be well with thee and thine. Brother Philip, peace and love, family. Brother Nasir, peace and love. Just bring y'all up to speed. Islam, Brother Uri. Let a few more people roll in. Peace and love, Sister Drea. Ashe. Peace and love, Sister Brooklyn. Peace and love, Yamadi. No, you have to look deeper into it. You have to go into see all populations tested, uh, and it'll show you that more than likely you don't have any connections to those tribes. That's the only commonality in the ancestry informative markers. What Brother Tyrone and I was discussing. Well, I'll wait. Just I'll bring that up later when we get a few more people, so that way I can address it. Oh, if he's already working on it, then no. That's commonality and ancestry informative markers. I'll explain. I mean, babe, peace and love. Peace and love. Yes, big shouts out to him, man. Yeah, we've been working together for 7 years now, Brother Tyrone and I. Yep, a lot of work, man. A lot of ground covered between me studying underneath him and my own individual studies. Peace, peace, Brother Kasir. How you doing, brother? Honors to you as well. Honors to you all. Love and respect, Brother Son Taurus. Ashe. Yeah, man. A lot of work, man. Boy, this 14 years is taking a toll, man. It really has. You know. Noble Draw Lee said it best though. The same truth that draw you will drive you. So, hmm yeah. Wait till we get about 20 people, then I'll go ahead and start getting into it. Thank you, brother Nasir. I appreciate you. Good deal, Gail. Good deal. Ra mantra, peace and love, salam. Ramadan Eid, everybody. All righty. Peace, 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 Netha. All righty, we got 22 people. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and blessings. Hope all is well with y'all. Uh, as it stands, hey nephew, how you doing, Seven? As it stands, man, to bring you up to speed, we're gonna talk about current events. What's going on with this peace and love, nephew? What's going on with this gas and food shortage and things of that nature, and where we as the blood right heirs need to be, as well as where we currently are, and where we're headed. Of course, this gas shortage we already know is being artificially manipulated. Man, I don't believe any attackers, cyber hackers, or whatever you want to call it, uh, supposedly broke in and did all of this stuff. And the reason being because you have what's called the United States Strategic Oil Reserves. And from the information I've been able to gather, uh, the United States, their goal in the Strategic Oil Reserves was to have enough oil to outlast Venezuela, uh, Russia, and OPEC, oil petroleum exporting countries, the Arab world. When they run dry, we already, have enough. Well, the United States has enough oil to surpass them, even when it runs dry. So there's generations upon generations of oil. This thing, I honestly believe, has been artificially inflated and manipulated, and the reason being was because when the uh, the pandemic of the C virus, y'all know what I'm saying. Uh, Greetings, wealth benders. The C virus, the pandemic, and it shut down everything. People weren't really driving. People weren't going into work. People were working from home. Peace and love, brother Fields L. Bay. People were working from home. You have to understand that that really knocked a dent in in the oil, uh, the use of petroleum, and so the oil barons lost a lot of money dealing with this whole pandemic. And so now what they're doing is to minimize the loss of last year's profits. What they're doing is they're creating situations such as this to make everybody drive up the purchasing of petroleum fuel and try to make up what they lost last year. So it's all an inside job, man. This shit is exactly spend, spend, spend. Ransom money. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And they're trying to minimize those losses from last year. And what they're trying to do is there's going to be a revamping of the United States corporate system. And yep, the old world order. And what they're trying to do is this last ditch effort to where they trying to shut everything down. That's what the helicopter money, which we know is not money, but the helicopter fiat is about paying people to stay home. And now people are like, well, hell, why should I stay home? I mean, why should I go to work when Islam, Brother Pernell, why should I go to work if you're paying me to stay home? Not only that, I'm getting unemployment. Not only that, they have these PPP loans, and a lot of people are going to get jammed up on that. It was a trap because they put it out there for the people to bite, and then when they go back and do the audits, and the numbers don't match as far as what they made in regards to what they put in for, man, they finna come in and they finna monkey paw their asses, man. Gonna snatch them up, and these people are finna do big time about that. They're already starting to do, people in regards to snatching them up. And so, as it stands right now, uh, they're getting a lot of Oyobos. I'm seeing Oyobos going to prison, going to jail. I'm seeing a lot of unconscious Asiatics going to jail. Uh, I'm seeing Hindus go to jail. They're snatching people up. So, in essence, they really did it to themselves, man. Greed is always the culprit, man. It's always the downfall. And like I said, they fell for the trick. We as blood right heirs, what's going on in the democracy, that really has absolutely nothing to do with us. And the more documentation we submit in regards to who we are as it relates to the land, the further and further the line of demarcation grows. So, uh, with that being said, you you have to understand, man, that it's going to be very important for those who haven't corrected their status to come on out of that machine that's known as the United States democracy and the 50 corporate states democracies. Come out of that machine. So, this is where it's at, man. We just, praise be to the Most High Creator of the heavens and earth. Yeah, well, Lord of Maryam and Allah. The Orishas, Luas, Netiru, Elohim, Alahuma, and the ancestors. We just got the first leg of August 31st of last year census authenticated and recorded in Texas. And now it's soon it'll be headed to the LOC. So I know it's been a while, Goddess alumni. Everybody been hitting me up asking, hey man, when you gonna go live? What you doing? And man, y'all gotta understand, I be working, man. I be tired. My sleep pattern's been off for the last like 14 years, and it's like I think the last time I may have had a vacation was March, a 3-day vacation was March of 2017. Other than that, I haven't had a break. So, uh, back to what I was saying. Finally got that recorded. So that first initial opening for the accounting and the reclamation of our people, it'll be going to the LOC. Then once we get it in there, now we have an open rolls. We don't have to mail it out anymore. And the census was designed basically for those who have read it. Some of you may not have read it. Brother Fields L. Bay, if you can, grab that link from our group on the census and post it here in the thread so people can see it. For those who haven't seen it, like I said, that's the initial leg. So from now on, we don't have to mail out anybody else in regards to our numbers. All we got to do is take the numbers, record it, and Texas with the number for it to be at alia and addendum. That's Latin for amongst other things to be added and other things to be added. And then from there, we just amend the book at the LOC. So if you want to look at it in such a manner, it's kind of like our Dawes Rose, but it's not the Dawes Rose. It's, Paleo-American, autochthonous aborigine blood right heirs, the true lineage of the land, the bloodlines of the land. Those who were here in the time of Wyatt Locko approximately 250,000 years ago. The Topper site, approximately 50,000 years ago. The Pygmy Skulls burial site, approximately 40,000 years ago, as well as other sites as well. Calico site, Texas Street site. You know, if you read the Kraken, you already know what I'm talking about. Exactly, alluvial blood rolls. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's exactly what it is. And what we realize is if you are going to make these people do anything, you have to have numbers. You have to have an accounting. You have to have men, women, and children. Therefore, those are the foundation of a nation, a family. So we already have all of that. We met the criteria. We met what's called representative sample for population. Everything is pretty much already AJ squared away. Not only that, we tied that to the what it means for your children. Basically, it's going to mean, man, that everything's already established for them. You know, they will have a nation to grow up into, and they won't have to deal with this madness out here. Uh, we have the courts coming online. Uh, Mother Alchemy Almoravia L is our Chief Justice. Uh, uh, Alif Amnan Urian L and Jabir, uh, Brother Jabir, they are the Associate Justices. We have our Legal Action and Defense Team. We have our Health Society. We have our archivist, Brother Terrell. We have our consulate, Royal Haqqani Consulate. So we have a lot of things that's already in place. That and not only that, you know, what we're doing is we're backing everything by precious metals in regards to contracts. Now I know you've seen a lot of these people out here talking about gold and silver. Now a lot of these other Moorish groups. Look, man, just go to the public records. The public records gonna tell you where they got that shit from. You follow what I'm saying? And my shit stretch all the way back to 2009. So go and look, man. They weren't even fucking with this shit. This is just the truth. Instead of trying to come and work with us, they rather be competition, which is cool. I don't care, cause I ain't competing with nobody. I don't give a damn what they do. Well, we over here, we got our own thing. We doing our own shit, you know. And hey, brother Lance, how you doing? You know, we doing our own thing, man, and we're growing every day, rapidly, damn near exponentially. You know, a lot of us who are ex-military, such as myself, what we did was we applied our military training to the organizational structure of what we're putting together, and that's how you do it. You know, this ain't no civvy shit. You know, for civilians, this shit has military structure to it. You know, it's a lot easier. If you look at the corporation's military, it runs like a well-oiled machine. You know, so with that being said, uh, the Bankshir Consul, the Grand Vizier, is almost there with putting the capstone on. Uh, he's building his circle in regards to people that he can sit down with. But the structure is already there to let y'all know. The security agreement I put in place, I have all the CUSIP numbers. The CUSIP numbers, as well as the funds that the security agreement is being traded in, showing monetization of the contract and acceptance to the terms, conditions, stipulations, and agreements as contained therein. That was put in 7 years ago. So now I have all the CUSIPs. Now we'll be doing a last bond to wrap everything up, nail it down even more. So we are looking at land in various states. I'm not going to say exactly where, but once we do, then it's time, for y'all to start getting on what we're setting up. So we have a central location. Yep. Yeah, you're right, brother L. Anthony, but their egos is going to destroy them. That's what's going to kill them, Hey, Chicago crypto hustler. Salute, family. Ashe, ashe. Yeah, you're right. It would be wiser for the people to come together, El Anthony, but they're not going to do it because 99.9% of these people in the movement, what I realize is these niggas is doing it for ego, man. And to me, to be honest, L and Bay, It don't hold any weight anymore. Because if you're not doing it ancestrally, and if you're not doing, and a lot of y'all already know my story, man, connected with the ancestors like that. If you're not doing it ancestrally, man, and for the people, man, then basically you're doing it for ego. And guess what? Eventually that's going to destroy you. All you got to do is sit back and watch. You know, just sit back and watch, man. You know, time tells all, man. A rising tide lifts all ships. You know, uh, I will, Sister Crystal, you know, uh, so far, we've been putting, I've been getting departments together. Uh, we have a League of Women that's getting ready to come online soon. And they're writing a charter. And this is for the mothers of the land. So once that's in place, then hey, civil matriarch. Once that's in place, uh, you know, there will be a league of women to speak for the land. And this is not no, oh, I'm a Moor and the Moor is on the land. It is no, 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 no. All these sisters are backed up blood. Money on the wood make the bed good. So this will be where the women start to speak for the land again, as it was during the time of Wishashakhtun, you know, Washita Empire, 10,000 years of matriarchal rulership. So, this is a position that's designed to put the mothers back in power. You know, so I'm trying to see is there anything else that I cover everything. I think I did. Oh, okay, your paternal side. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Uh, I think I about covered everything. So yeah. Let me look at some of these comments. You know, hold on for a minute. Uh, yes. Brother Amir Hadari, Chicago crypto hustler. Yes, your services is definitely going to be needed because we're getting ready to incorporate that technology with the blood. And so, what I will need to do is get with you and give you the idea of what we're looking at and see how we can interface that, especially the census. The census is going to be key, so I definitely need to get with you on that. So see how we can put that to blockchain that. Because all these other people making claims and this, that, and the third. And I ain't got to mention no names. All you just got to do is watch YouTube and just ask them, man, they got money on the wood. They got blood on the wood, man. Money on the wood make the bed good. Y'all know how it go. So, yeah, we're going to put that technology in uh, and I need to get with you on that. You know, I'm still old school, man, on a lot of this stuff. So it's like when it comes to that, I see it, the concept, but I'm a technical type person. I need to know the intricacies. You got to give it to me like an exploded view. Like if you're looking at a blueprint of something that deals with mechanical engineering, and they show the exploded view where every little intricate part and detail goes together. I need to see it like an exploded view. So, okay. Hey, brother Leonard, peace and love, fam. Atara, peace and love. Yeah, brother Lance, good seeing you. So yeah, sometime, brother, Chicago crypto hustler, call me sometime next week, man, and let's chit chat to the fat on that. Mm, bars. So, uh, let me see. You're right. Goddess alone, not everybody can't go. You know, and let me see. I'm just looking at some of the Seminole Nation, Empress and Zinca Day. Okay. You say, yes, sir. I got your direct line, family. Chicago crypto hustler. Yes, sir. Okay. Say you moving slower, Tara. Take your time. We still got a few moons before we close the gate, but uh, Grand Vizier and some of the elders in the group, we did talk on such. So I think what we're gonna do, I don't know when. So y'all please don't ask me. But I think what's gonna happen is the door is eventually gonna close. But if you started, like, let's say if you got your descent or you started the blood from Brother Tyrone, you got your descent. If you got your descent, then those who have the descent, they will be processed all the way through. And those who don't, man, they're just going to have to wait until, because there's going to be a moratorium. We're going to have to close the doors for internal infrastructure, put everything in place. And then after that, then they'll be rewarded, reopened again. We're looking at AI, you know, regardless of how I feel about it. That's where everything is going. And Moors have to understand that if you're going to survive in this upcoming industrial revolution, you're going to have to learn the technology and also merge it with what you're doing to become more efficient, you know. So we're looking at AI for future processes and registrations, things of that nature. Greetings, Brother Frank. Greetings, Cam. Ethel, did you go with you went to Brother Tyrone? Yeah, Yoni. Once you get it, just send me an email. You can find my email on my site, ObaShango-El.com. Yeah, just shoot me an email. And oh yeah, we got Brother Timothy Williams Bay. He's the QA. He's the QA for the steps, the process, make sure everything is recorded correctly. So those who will be finishing up will be crossing paths with him, so he can navigate you on in. Uh, Go to my website, Sister Ethel, uh, ObaShango-El, ObaShango-El.com, and click on the red tab below my picture and download the two PDFs, and you'll find this information in there. Hey, Brother Tim, peace and love. Ashe. Yeah, I just got to mentioning your name. Said you the QA. Yep. Greetings, Brother Charles. So, what questions do y'all have? Questions, comments, concerns? I'm open the floor, man, and let y'all talk and try to answer as many as I can. Uh, Sister Tara, peace and love, Brother Aleph. How you doing? Uh, yeah, Brother Aleph is one of the census verification team, along with Brother Antoine. They're on the census verification team. They're the ones that collect your information. Sister Tara, that's a good question. For those who are on jobs that may eventually push them out, what skills trades would you say are needed most for people with the changes taking place? That's a good question because right now, uh, carpentry used to be a safe trade, but they got robots building houses now. So, uh, I think they got robots doing agriculture, drones, and all of that. Uh, Auto mechanics. I mean, this industrial revolution is going to kill a lot of things, man, and it's really, really sad. It's sad because the trades that our grandmothers and grandfathers had, homemaking skills like canning food and making food from scratch. A lot of this stuff now is uploaded to the internet, and that's the crazy part about it because what they did was they took AI and they linked it to the internet where it started learning at an exponential level. So a lot of the things that took human time to learn and to perfect, it's digitized now. And so the machines are actually doing everything. So, with that being said, you know, I would maybe say I got to get with my brother. He's a plumber, maybe plumbing, you know. Uh, but I know for our nation, those who come with those skills, we got civil engineers, we got paralegals, we got carpenters, we have plumbers, we have health experts, we have mechanics, auto mechanics, diesel mechanics, uh, agriculturalists, uh, accountants. I mean, you pretty much name it, we got it. There may be a few things that we don't have, you know. But other than that, we got nurses, we got all of that. So with that being said, uh, if you want to keep your nation as close to organic as possible, then those are the areas that you won't upgrade with AI. And you really don't have to, because the only thing you have to do is provide for your nation. Now, if you're a corporation like the United States or one of these 50 states corporations, then AI, if you're providing for the people, then of course it goes into supply and demand. So therefore, AI looks to be more effective and efficient for them in regards to supply and demand. But if you're an organic nation like we are, you're really not going to need that, you know. Yep. Hey, Ashe, big bro said, peace and love. Okay. Cam, go to my website, ObaShango-El.com, download the two PDFs. Click on the red link below my picture and download the two PDFs. All the instructions are there. Brother Tyrone, Sister Arlinda, and then me. I will suggest that you get your technology analytics. Okay, Brother Philip. I will suggest, if you haven't, get your silver. And the reason being now, because the comics is already starting, people with the comics, people are starting to take delivery. So it's going to put a squeeze on the market. And I think another one's supposed to come in August. And so what's happening is I'm starting to see the signs again, uh, where a lot of these sites don't have it. So uh, we have someone that knows how to pull the CUSIPs. I'm not going to go into that on this live. You have to hit me up privately for those who already have their bonds in place. So those in the group know what I'm talking about. And the Blood Right Heirs group know what I'm talking about. So, Sister Brooklyn, yes. Number one, here's the thing. When we're talking about a collapse, you got to understand this is a controlled demolition. It's a controlled demolition. It's not going to happen overnight. This is being strategically controlled. And so we're probably looking at about maybe 3 to 5 years out. And the thing about it is the collapse, as they're trying to paint with a Mad Max scenario, it's not going to happen like that. This is going to be a controlled demolition to a new transition. And so slowly but surely, it's collapsing every day. But it's orchestrated until one day you're going to wake up and it's a whole new changeover. So in essence, you won't see the collapse like you're thinking. You know, for example, in 2008, when the housing market collapsed, you had people that was displaced, you know, dealing with that. But for the most people, man, for the most part, people's lives just kept on going like the day before. You know, even though the housing market collapsed. And it just wasn't a collapse here. It was a collapse around the world. It collapsed in Iceland, Europe, everywhere. You know, China. So if you look at it today, people are still living, people are still existing, people are still doing what they do. Because it was controlled. It's a controlled demolition. Controlled demolition of the economic system. That's all it is. Now, what you can do is uh, start looking at land, and of course, start looking under the land. And what I mean by that, for example, wild horses couldn't drag me away from Washashaktoon, Arkansas. The reason being because Arkansas sits on one of the largest, if not the largest, water table in North America. I mean, you could drill straight down and you're going to strike water. So that's one thing. There's an abundance of wild edible flora as well as fauna. So you want to look at areas like that where if all else fails, can you survive in regards to the natural landscape? Hunting, fishing, gathering, water, things of that nature. Let me see what else. Of course, your regular stuff. Stock up, food, water, things of that nature. Try not to leave too much in the bank. Convert over to precious metals. And if you have any debts, double pay on them. Because if not, what you're leaving in there is just losing value every day. So try to be debt free, and that's pretty much it. Let me see. Is it through licensed genetics? What you're looking for, Lady L, is the raw data. The raw data is what you need. All you got to do is go to the UN Declaration of Rights of Indigenous Peoples, as well as Organization of American States, American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. Now, you don't have to do DNA. Over here, we deal with it. And we got our own geneticists. So that's up to y'all. That's for those that's coming this way. You want to go somewhere else, that's on you. That's right, Sybil. Have a skill that people can't do without. So back to licensed genetics. If you're talking about where it's, you got to go to a court case, for paternity, maternity, no, we don't do that because we're not using it for that. You're talking about chain of custody. As long as you can meet the rules of evidence 702 through scientific methods, you're good. Antonio, go to my website, download the 2 PDFs, ObaShango-El.com. Click on the red link, tab below my picture. Okay. Exactly. I mean, babe, that's the reason why they shut it down. The oil barons are trying to make up for last year's losses. That's exactly what it is. Yes, sir, New Day. That's right. We're taking over. And you already know, first in time, first in line. Yep, that's what a lot of them are pissed off at about. But hey, I'm saying, don't get mad at me because my ancestors communicate with me in a way that yours don't. I can't help that. Abdul Mateen. Yeah, we got electricians too. We got linemen, everything. That's another field we have. You can go to my website, ObaShango-El.com. Click on the red tab below my picture. Download the 2 PDFs. Yep, they sure did, Brother Phil. And that's where they're going with this. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. If you do not grasp, see, number one, we're looking at this. I think a lot of people are looking at this in the wrong way when it comes to technology. They're looking at the AI and everything is bad, but we have to understand this shit is not new. It's not new to us. It's new to the Oyobo because he's the new kid on the block. But our ancestors had all of this shit way before, man. The she, man, the Olmecs, they had temples, man, and special rooms in the temples lined with mica. Everybody know that mica has to do with electronics, man. I mean, so this is nothing new, you know. There's nothing to be afraid of, you know. Only if you're not familiar with it, you know, and you stay lost in the sauce, then there's something to be afraid. So therefore, we need to familiarize ourselves with this, you know, because like it or not, either you're going to evolve or you're going to go the way of the dinosaurs. Yep, a breakfast fight. You have to understand, Lion Dixon, the Republic. So is the restored Republic that being talked about in some circles directly connected to the true de jure government coming in? We got to understand the first republic on this land was Carthage. The Carthaginians set up the republic and they brought it here. Okay, so prior to that, you know, the Washita had a matriarchal system of government, and that's pretty much what we're going back to. Now, for those women who love to hear the word matriarchy, that is not feminism. Two totally different concepts. A lot of these sisters, man, a lot of y'all, man, got that shit mixed up. You know, y'all honestly believe that feminism is matriarchy. If you, I'm gonna be honest, if you ain't from the South and you didn't grow up underneath Big Mama and them, you don't know what the hell you talking about, man, when it come to matriarchy. I'm just gonna keep it 100, straight up. You ain't got no ancestors from the South. You know, when it comes to that concept, in our house, Big Mama word was law. Great grandmama Odessa Yancey. That was the wisdom keeper, man. I was the wisdom giver. That was the dispute resolution. She was everything, you know. That was my heart, man. She the one that raised me, along with her mother, my great great grandmama Eliza Johnson Gibson. So nothing about no feminism. A woman who truly knows matriarchy, still, man, yeah, the household was her domain. That's what she ran. And she still made time to cook for her husband, to make sure his clothes was pressed and clean. He was the one that was charged to go out there and get it. You understand what I'm saying? And the children growing up mostly spent their time around the mother. You follow what I'm saying? Until the men became a certain age, then they would spend their time around the father because you had to learn the rites of passage for what it meant to be a man. And these are the things we're missing right now in our household. That's why these young people, they so fucking corrupt, man. They have no guidance. And they don't even want to hear nothing about this. I hate to say it, but I'm gonna call a spade a spade. The laws of nature and the universe don't give a shit about what you don't want to hear. At the end of the day, if you are not progressing towards the future that is beneficial to the earth, your ass will be wiped off the planet. Point blank, period, the end. The laws of nature don't give a damn about your age, your color, none of that shit. All you gotta do is look at the law of the jungle. Everything submits to the laws of nature. So if you as a higher form of life on this planet don't understand that, then guess what? Finito, burrito, you out of here. Stick a fork in you, you're done. So the Republic, you got to understand, that's during the age of empires. You know, underneath you Soli, under you Sanguinus, it's naturally, man, the laws pertaining to matriarchy. The women are the ones that elected the chiefs, the heads, the men, to be heads, to be the voice of the nation. You know, you got to understand, Brooklyn, their system over there is not going to be our system. That's the reason why the international world has spoken that we have the right to have our own self autonomy, how we're going to navigate. And the way you do that is by what I'm talking about. We're putting our own economic system in, our own everything. The only thing we deal with them people on, man, is in relation to business contracts. That's it. De jure versus de facto. De jure versus de facto. De jure is that which is established lawfully, according to law. De facto is existing actually in fact. It's there, but it doesn't exist according to law. Like the United States democracy, that's de facto. State of Texas, state of California, state of Ohio, all of these current states, they exist actuality in fact, but they don't exist according to law. When they abandon the Constitution, but they still continue to operate, in fact, they existed, but not according to law, which was the establishing principle given to them by the Constitution for the United States of America, the Organic Constitution, 1787, and their de jure state constitutions. So they exist in fact, but not according to law. The only time they gain the power of law is through contract, because le contrat fait la loi, the contract makes the law. But you don't have to contract with them if you know that they're fraud. You can protect yourself. Alrighty, let me look at the rest of these. Enforcement entity, military tribunal that execute, prosecute, and liquidate res judicata. The way we're set up, our courts will have all of that. It's all through contract. And that's the reason why we pull the CUSIPs. The CUSIPs prove that the contract is accepted and monetization is already taking place as a performing asset for them. And therefore, we come in under rights of contract as the beneficiary of the issuance. Okay. Yes, Chicago Crypto Hustler, it is open for the time being. But here soon, upon liquidity, we're going to have to shut down for internal infrastructure. Yeah, because we're going automated on a lot of things. Just scrolling through. Peace, peace, peace. Mkwele, peace, peace, peace. Karadash, that's right. Yep. Yep. And for my people that's from up north, I wasn't trying to, man, cause no strife. But a lot of y'all got southern roots, man. Y'all need to come home. Y'all need to come back. If you don't come back geographically, come back within your heart and in your spirit and embrace those southern roots. You know what I'm saying? Embrace those southern roots and come to understand that, man. You know. We got blood right heirs from up north as well. All of y'all my family. So a lot of the sisters, man, they just gotta understand, man, the matriarchal system of order. And once y'all do regain your role, I'm gonna be watching you. Me, I don't bite my tongue. If you a fuck up, I'm gonna tell you a fuck up. I don't care. It's just what it is. And I'm gonna tell you to get on your shit. If you stepping sideways, nah, that shit ain't right. Get on your shit. Understand that. I'm Alma Wilson's grandson, man, who was the daughter of Odessa Yancey. I don't bite my tongue. We gives nan dams about none of that. They can, Camomed, they can. Or you can go to, they have the option of a holding facility, one of their holding facilities. You have to make a choice on that. Peace and love, Will Bay. I will say this. Some of y'all gonna have to make a decision. And I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. You know, each of us has family members uh, that we know and love, but they won't embrace this truth. And as things get bad, you're gonna have to decide, man, where your loyalties lie. Do your loyalties lie with those who want to see a better day, a brighter future for ourselves and our posterity, or are you gonna, you know, hold loyalty to little Pookie and Ray Ray, your cousin? You know what I'm saying? And Shaniqua and all of them who still out there doing nigga shit, but they're your family. If you cannot make that decision, let me help you make it. It's the laws of nature. You know, the laws of nature, and as they say, nature's God, or the Most High creator created the heavens and earth. You know, it makes no distinction. The laws of nature makes no distinction between a cheetah and her cubs. You know, if the mother is gone, will they fall prey, to a larger predator? You know, just like it makes no distinction between uh anything else that's subject to it. So y'all gonna have to understand that, man. Y'all have to get that through your heads, man. Me myself, I got family members who have not embraced this truth. It don't mean that I don't love them, but guess what? If it comes uh to me making a decision between our future and the shit they're doing, that's a no-brainer. Yes, Brooklyn. Foraging, stockpiling, acquiring the skills to pay the bills. Yep. I mean, you can carry silver on your person, but I mean, the thing about it is, once you got a contract, Yoni, what's the difference when your bonds are in place? Once your bonds are in place and you have the contracts, and then you got the QSIS proving the contracts, and you go into the process to establishing that, it's the same thing. You just carry your paper on you. As a matter of fact, I would not advise that this day and time, because as the fiat begins to draw up and things become more scarce, uh, it's best not to have something of value like that on your person. Let the paperwork do the talking. As it stands right now, brother Phil, so no fiat currency or commercial paper. Uh, once we become, I don't know what you mean by that, but if I had to guess, once Bank Share Council comes online, no, we will not be doing business with fiat currency, but commercial paper, yes, we will, and as well as commercial paper of the corporate United States, uh, U.S. notes, uh, money orders, things of that nature. Sister Tara, what are your thoughts on the people creating consulates in each territory? Are they necessary? And is this what our ancestors wanted us to do? I mean, yeah, you can, but the thing about it is, a lot of these people, man, they really haven't done their homework on consulates. I was telling one particular consulate, I ain't gonna mention their name, about having your contract established with silver and gold. They didn't want to listen. I'm gonna be honest. It may sound selfish, but I'm not concerned about any other groups. Only thing I'm concerned about, man, is the Paleo Man got to talk to the Borgine blood right heirs. Murs Moors, Mors. That's it. What these other people do, man, I'm not concerned with it. I've even had people get in my inbox and talk about alliances and all of that. And I'm not interested in none of that. I'm only concerned about what's in the perimeter. That's it. Measure the temple therein, the ones outside, count them not, to give it over to the Gentiles. That's it. You know, it may seem mean, but I don't have time, man. I've seen too much. On social media has really shown me that You know, when I look at my military training, me being in the military, and when I talk to other veterans, and then when we look out in this quote unquote social media world, our people, man, are fucked up. Even if you call yourself Ellen Bay, have absolutely, man, the vast majority have absolutely no unification skills whatsoever. So it's like when you get that handful of people who get it, they understand it, they can see it. That's who you roll with. Don't try to go too far outside of that boundary because you're going to create chaos and confusion, and you're going to bring that into your circle that's already running like a well-oiled machine. So it's kind of like survival of the fittest, you know. And I'd rather keep it like that. It's a lot easier, man. You know, when you get too many quote unquote chiefs and all of that, man, it's gonna be problematic. You know, and we got a lot of veterans in our circle. That's the good thing about it, man. A lot of us bring our combined military understanding to the table. Rob Mantra, I will get silver right now. Uh, and the reason why you can get gold, but I will concentrate more on silver. And the reason being because no metal, no other metal on the periodic table can do what silver does. Silver has the highest conductivity, uh, uh, thermal conductivity of any other metal. Its electrical conductivity is greater than gold. You know, and there's only uh, a finite supply of it. So as technology advances, that tells you, as they call what they call green energy, computers, iPhones, uh, laptops, electric cars, uh, solar panels, all of these things need silver. Yeah, New Day. Y'all might as well forget about those other Moorish groups that play pretend, leave them be. No one else is done what Big Bro Toriano has done. That's facts, but I'm not one to brag. I don't boast. I don't do nothing, man. The paperwork speaks for itself, man. Documentation beats all conversation, you know. And so it's like, I just pretty much leave people to their own devices. I don't promote the site. The whole time I promote the site like y'all doing here. Where can I go? Okay, here, go there. But other than that, I'm not out there promoting my site. I don't promote my YouTube channel. I don't promote none of that stuff, man. It's word of mouth. And a lot of people, when I say, how do you hear about me? Oh, so and so told me about you. Or, man, I heard them talk about you in this group. Or somebody mentioned you on this video. I'm not into that. I'm old school, man. I'm 50 years old. So I'm not here to be some type of social media phenom. I can give less than a damn about that. I'm from the South, man. I'm from the country, man. I'm from roll your sleeves up and get it out the mud. You feel me? And that's what it's about for me. A lot of these people is on social media and they playing with this damn thing, man. You know, I'm a backwoods country boy, man, straight up. You know, and I believe in the fruits of your labor created by the hard work, your hard work and efforts. And so that's what I'm focusing on. When we stretched out on hectares of land and we got our school set up, we got everything. We got everything where we are self-contained, you know, then I'm happy. Let them other people have social media. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be knocking at your door asking, man, brother, can you spare a dime? Or sister, can you spare a dime? Why? Because they squandered precious time and did nothing. You know. So, yep, separation is upon us. You're right, McQuillan. We gotta go. It's time to go. All right, Antonio Anderson. Just email me. You can reach me from the site. Uh, you know, just whenever you're ready. Will Bay. It's 24 ounces. 22 ounce federal, 2 ounce state. Brother Odugu, peace and love, family. How you doing? Good seeing you. Uh, Silver is going to be the better investment. Gold just really sits there, Brother Kasir. It really has no industrial value. Outside of jewelry and electrical contacts, because gold doesn't tarnish, it doesn't oxidize. It really has no other value. You know, it just sits there and look pretty. Silver has, in fact, silver is older than gold in the use of monetary metals. Silver goes back, man, thousands of years. Gold go back thousands of years too. But silver was a monetary metal before gold was. That's the reason why the Spanish pieces of 8 was based on silver, which the Coinage Act of 1792 was based off the Spanish pieces of 8, which a dollar is actually a measurement. It's actually a measurement. It's 371.25 grains of pure silver, 416 grains of standard silver. Coinage Act of 1792, United States Statutes at Large, 1 stat, 246 through 251. You can go in there and read it. But it has, silver it's the second most used commodity on the planet. Petroleum oil is the first. Silver is the second most used commodity on the planet. My thoughts on crypto, Rob Mantra. I would say get with Bitcoin block crypto hustler. He's on here, Chicago Crypto Hustler. Yeah, he schooled me on a lot of things dealing with crypto. Uh, as far as which one to invest in, this, that, and the third, I can tell you that because I'm still a novice in it myself. But Chicago Crypto Hustler has a lot of knowledge, so I would say get with that brother. Bay, I'm not too familiar with the process of getting on board via the blood right heirs, but I'll study until I become familiar. Might it be too late to join when the doors reopen for the second time? Go to ObaShango-El.com. Y'all can tell I'm tired, man. I'm sorry. ObaShango-El.com. Click on the red tab below my picture and download the 2 PDFs. We're not closing, like the doors ain't gonna close, like they're not gonna close like tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? But once we get liquidity, then yes, we'll have to, because we got to put everything in order. And the way we're doing it, doing everything via contracts, man. Money on the wood makes the bet good. I don't give a damn, man. The democracy ain't turning nothing down but they collar. That's it. I'm telling you, they popping their collar when they see it come in, and they ain't turning nothing down but they collar, man, when they monetizing it. So contracts is the way to go. That's the disappointing part, Chief. What's that, brother son? What's that, Taurus? The disappointing part. You're welcome, Sister Atari. Yeah, excuse me if I mispronounce y'all names, man. I got that southern drawl, so I don't mean no harm. Charge it to my head, not my heart. Amori Ali. Children follow the condition of the mother, unless married, then they follow the condition of the father. The best thing to do is get the mother and father straight. That's the best thing. Until the children are 18, then they can decide what they want to do. Then they get their own status straight. Yeah, it is artificial technology, humble man Miz. It is. We're just gonna have, but see, here's the thing, it doesn't have to. Cause the Mayans had all of this, man. You know, the Shiamaru had all of this, man. The Chichen had the Sichin had all of this. The Inca had all of this. You know, Hindustan had all of this. Kemet had all of this. Samaria had all of this. Technology is nothing new. It's how you use it that can be damaging or beneficial. No, no, it hasn't, Kasir. Still plenty gold left. See, silver is harder to extract because you don't normally run into silver veins. Silver is normally coupled with zinc, I think gold sometimes, lead, and they have to extract it. They have to do the extraction process to get it out and to purify it. Joe B. Low, hey, I say, fam, I told you, man, I kept my word to you. I told you I kept my word to you, fam. I'm tired, but I told you I try to squeeze it out, man. I was up, y'all, from 10 o'clock at night Tuesday night to 12 o'clock in the afternoon Wednesday, knocking out bonds in 14 hours, man. That's how much it is, man. Be rolling over here. So, but other than that, I'm good. The process. How much is the process for my Empress child and that? Well, per person. Like I said, your children are good until they 18. If they're over 18, then ask them what they want to do. You know, listen, you have to let a child's natural instincts and inclinations take over. Because if you force them to nationality, if it's not in them, they're not going to stay. They're not going to do anything with it. Talk to them. See, the beautiful part about it is I had great great grandma Liza. No, she didn't tell me that we were Moors. Great grandma Desi didn't tell me we were Moors. The knowledge that they gave me in my older years, I was able to, man, compound that doing my own due diligence. And this is what I found out. You saying when it's you so lead the laws of soil in regards to imperially, yes, we're Moors. You know what I'm saying? Prior to that, man, we have our various tribes we're from, and even older than that, man, we're Paleo American autochthonous aborigines that existed on this land long before the tribes. Let me say that again, long before the tribes. So you people screaming these damn tribes, I will say it once again, and I've never been proven wrong. Show me the epigraphical evidence of where the language and the name was written in stone, showing that that was here since its inception. If you cannot show me that with a date comparable to the pygmy skulls, that means those names of the tribes were brought over here from somewhere. And I'm willing to bet, man, a lot of them, man, are Canaanite linguistically or Hittite linguistically based. Which means we became those, man, underneath the law of soil, Usoli, the age of empires. There's nothing wrong with that. That's part of our story too. It's part of our story too. You know, but common sense would tell you that if the Oyobo, Alabama Senator Scott Beeson, said that the so-called quote-unquote blacks of Greene County are aborigines, they're not Indians, you better think about that. And if he was in politics, I'm quite sure he was on the square as well. These people know your story better than you do. They got books in these lodges and these shrines that some of you will never see. You will never see them. But guess what? They'll show more. Think about that for a second. Big dragon chief. Boy, you a mess. Consider you a trip. But Morale, back to your question. I think Brother Tyrone, don't quote me on this. I think he's 255. I think Sister Arlinda's 155, and I'm 381. My my administration fee has been the same since 2014. It hasn't changed. I've even had people try to get me to go up on my fees, but I don't. Man, so and so over there, man, they making, $1,000. I don't care about that. People try to get me to go up. I keep it low for a reason, so it's affordable, man. The numbers The numbers for building Paleomegalatoxin and seborrheic blood right heirs is more important to me, as well as good quality people. You know, I've even turned people down where I said I'm not doing your bonds. You know, just because. I feel like you're more of a hindrance. You'd be more of a hindrance to us than a help. You know, and of course there are some niggas that stole my shit. I've been doing this shit since 2010. But guess what? The piper always gets paid. There's a day of reckoning for that too. Yes, Kai. When the student is ready, the master will always appear. Simple patriarch. You and that little green dragon. Moreno L. Nada Hamada. How you doing? Cost of living in Arkansas, you only mailing it. It's I would have to say it's very favorable, man. I mean, uh right now, I'll be honest, I've been seeing a lot of plates from various parts of the country, more so these what they call blue states, you know, or those that are going all the way to the socialist aspects of the democracy. They're coming down here. Uh, but other than that, the cost of living is pretty good, man. It's straight. It's not really. It's not. If you got a profession, you'll be good down here. Like I give an example. Back in this when I used to do delivery driving. Back in like 2000, uh, I was making like about 40 racks a year, close to 40, about 36 to 40 a year, just delivery driving, and I had every weekend off, and I was able to do what the hell I wanted to do, and had more fiat than I knew what to do with, you know, because after everything was paid, man, it was just easy living. So the cost of living is really not that expensive. What I would say is get on uh, Google and just research it. And then not only that, depending on where you want to stay, uh, just look at some of the areas, look at some of the houses, you know, and you will know better what is good for you. But I'm not leaving. I'm not concerned about any other quote unquote geographical location. We got an abundance of wild edible flora, fauna, uh, the water table. We got hot springs. Just in the city alone, man, we have so many damn springs around the cities, artesian wells around the city, man. Good, clean water, man. What? Leave this? Hell no. Uh-uh. I'm good, man. Like the young folks say, I'm Gucci. Yep. Yes, sir. The Kraken, Philip Pyro. Jazz phone. You welcome. You welcome. You welcome. Thank you. Yeah, little brother D. Del Rickers, how you doing, family? Start stacking up, man. Go to AppMix and you know, get your safe and stuff on fleek, man. Let me know. Hit me when you get your descent back, fam. From brother Tyrone Del Rickers. Yes, L. Anthony, that's coming soon. That's coming very soon when we charge rent. And if they don't want to pay, we just securitize them. I'll talk about that in the group. I'm not gonna talk about that on here, but that's something that's for the group. Moray, I already answered that. I think I answered that. Humble man, you can go to appmex.com, providentmetals.com, and just read the site. I'm gonna say this, y'all, and this is no slight on anybody because I love y'all. I really do. But I'm gonna say this. Y'all are going to have a lot of y'all gonna have to start being more resourceful in the tools that are right in your hand. You know, I didn't have anybody, man. I had one brother. We like brothers, man. My homeboy Neto. that was with me on this process. And Netta came in 2009 when I got back from Atlanta. And well, actually 2008, November, December. And I gave him a disc, 4 gigs of information that Baba Butch Bonner Bay had given me in Texas. And he was with me in deciphering this thing until 2010. He fell ill. I didn't have anybody else, man. I think the only other person I had was Brother Wolf down in Texas. And I'll always be thankful to him. He the one that taught me about bonds, you know. And other than that, I didn't have anybody to bounce my questions off of. I had to literally, man, sit there and think, pull this shit apart by, man, logical deduction and reasoning. So I want y'all, man, whenever y'all think y'all may have a question, y'all have the greatest resource in your hands to find it. You know, how do I do this? Do 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 do. How do I do that? Do 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 do. Type it in, research it. You know, and I get a lot of questions through text messages, uh, emails, all these type things. Well, people be asking me some question. I be sit back and I like, did they think about that before they asked me that? And so I be like, have you tried DuckDuckGo or Google? Oh no. Oh man, thank you. Okay. You know, get in the habit of being a resource to yourself. You have to, because there is no guarantee that somebody may be around to give you that answer. You have to. Al Kareem Aliman, the market is going down. It's all manipulated, man. It's all manipulated. Kasir Effie Raj, if you want to know the answer to that, what's the value of personal private banking in the future with the existence of Shia Konsu? Go to the OneDrive, go into the entire trust folder, Toriano, James Hervey. Look at documents 30 through 32. That'll show you how we're laid out. Because you got to understand, this is a trust. Bank Shia Konsu is a trust. So therefore, when you read the collateral articles in the security agreement, it should all make sense to you. I would agree. So, Brother Philip, start looking at the minerals that are mostly used in technology and up and coming future technology as far as investing. You're welcome, brother. I mean, babe. Ashe, Cam. Yep. Let me see, man. So Magnus Virtuous Moniel, man, Ashe is not a problem. Y'all a gift to me. Y'all keep me going. You know, sometimes I be tired, man. Then, people be like, hey man, Chief, how you doing, man? Forget about everything else. How are you doing? And that kind of, breathes life back into me, man. You know. So y'all a gift to me as well. You're welcome, Brother Maury. Yes, Ronan Monk 1. Brother Chicago Crypto Hustler, Brother Dari, man, he's swift, man. Very smart. Very smart. Yes, the mounds are older. That is correct. You're welcome, Brother Aleph. They don't want to hear that, man, but it's the truth, man. It's the truth. Washita, man. Ashe, family. Sabir Muito, peace and love. Yup. Now, Brother Kasir, Effie Raj, yeah. They tried to downplay it. And see, here's the thing. I'm glad you brought that up. This is what I wanted to tell y'all. There's a study right now, I think it came out 2017, where what they have found out is that when you look at what's called anatomically modern human Homo sapiens sapiens, in regards to genetic line of descent, they're saying that at the time, anatomically modern human and Neanderthal split, you have to go back to what's called the uh, the most recent common ancestor, and the most recent common ancestor for Homo sapiens sapien and Neanderthal, as it stands, molecular biology has revealed that it was in Asia. And they're saying trying to place two different groups of hominids, Homo sapiens sapien versus Homo neanderthalensis, and separate categories as to where one may have been in Africa, one may have been in Asia, but the common ancestor is Asia. They say that is impossible, scientifically impossible. And so they said that geographically they would have had to have been in the same area in regards to where the most recent common ancestor was found. That those two divergent lines split from there. So what does that mean? It's looking like what Noble Drew Ali was saying, that the people migrated into Africa. Okay. Now, this is the other thing I want to talk about. From what we are finding, Brother Tyrone and myself, what we're finding out, man, that this thing is looking more and more like they call it multi-regional independent evolution. There was various models of man, and they were dispersed throughout the globe, or whatever you want to call it, flat earth, globe, whatever. you know I know people argue about that. I don't get into that. That's trivial. But uh through what they call uh bottlenecks and genetic drift, that's how these populations begin to develop. Genetic drift is when you got a certain group of people that pretty much are self-contained, and certain traits start to drop off, certain genetics in their lineage start to drop off, or they just disappear, and other ones become more dominant. Bottlenecks is like natural disasters that create migrations and eventually, man, uh, intermixings of various populations. This is what this thing is looking at, man. But it all sprang from what's it pointing from? It looks like multi-regional evolution. So that's really the only way when you look at it. When you go down to the Miramar finds in Argentina, Wyatt Locke, which they can't dispute. The U.S. Geological Survey gave the date for that. And what they did was, if it don't meet the narrative of the powers that be who control these institutions, these educational institutions, then they want it crushed or swept up under the rug. But the out of Africa, man, is falling apart. It's collapsing. It's already collapsed. So I wanted to say that. But certain people will have what's called ancestry informative markers that are very similar. And it seems like the two oldest populations on the planet right now is us in the Americas and our cousins in Tameri, or what they call Alkebulan, or what they call Africa. So, and our cousins in the Pacific. So, we're still putting that together, but the narrative that they've been feeding us, man, that shit is over. It's done. Alrighty. So A00, back to A00. Yes, it was contemporary with Wyatt Locke. People always argue with me. They say we all come from Ethiopia, that the oldest language is Google Gaga. Gay, you see. Oh man, man, tell them to look at Florentino Amagino and the Miramar archaeological finds in Argentina. You know, and Vignati, A. Vignati, he's another one that was down there digging around in Argentina, man, and found a 5 million-year-old fully fossilized, anatomically modern human jaw fragment. So tell them they need to look down there. I don't even argue with these people anymore. And I'm going to tell you why, Maury Ali. The reason being is I don't give a damn what these people got coming out their mouth. Can you actualize it, man, and make it effective in a document? Can you write about it, man, and make it stick? That's the thing. I don't give a fuck your philosophies and all of that other type shit. Can you put it in a document and serve these people, man, and make the knowledge an actuality where you can move on it? That's all I care about. Other than that, all that philosophizing, man, and mental masturbation, all that, man. Like the old folks say down here, that and 50 cent to get your ass a cold drink. Cold drink already 50 cents, so that shit you talking ain't worth shit. You know. Indeed, Washita, man. Ashe. Yep, inner beauty. That's right. Good water. Okay, good. Near the Levin, you got your descent. That's a good deal. Zena Williams, Camden. I know Camden, Arkansas. It's southwest. It's down there in Washita County. Brother Omar Rafael. Saludo, hermano. You're welcome, Drea B. You're welcome. Peace and love. Man, they can believe that all they want, man. You know, I'm not even worried about that. Listen, they haven't even got around Wyatt Laco, okay? They haven't even got around Miramar, Argentina, brother Amari. You know, Amore Ali. So I ain't even trying to hear all that, man. My great grandmama Odessa Yancey say we from right here. You see what I'm saying? So all that is a bunch of feel good talk. No, brother Amore, I'm 381. I think brother Tyrone is 255. I think Sister Arlinda's 155. You're right, Kasir. That's right. All hearsay. They don't want to deal with South America. They do not want to deal with South America. I remember back in 2002, there's a internet website, Crystal Links. It's old, man. It's an old site. And it's this woman. She's a Yobo. She started collecting all this information. And I remember this site back when they had web TV. How many of y'all remember web TV? That's like where the TV was actually internet and you had to set it up and all of that. Yeah, we had web TV back in like 2002. And I came across to a site, man. I came across these things called the Ecostones. The Ecostones of Peru. And I started studying them like back in 2002. Well, Dr. Ali Muhammad, he brought them back to the surface. It wasn't new to me. You know, like I said, I first heard about him in 2002. But he brought him back to the surface and he went down there and got the book on this thing, man. Y'all need to take a look at that, man. They don't want to deal with South America, man. They don't. Not only that, they don't even want to deal with the facts that malaria, the oldest malaria parasite, was found in Dominican Republic in a piece of amber. I think it was 15 million years old in a mosquito. And everybody knows that O-type blood has the closest affinity and relationship with malaria. So therefore, where did the immunity begin? Was it over there? Or was it over here? And not only that, when they started testing for malaria immunity, they started over here in 1955. The experiment started over here on us in 1955, not over there on the continent. Facts. Well, babe, the only way the blood right heirs, you can reach the blood right heirs group, you got to finish the steps. That's only set up for the blood right heirs, those who have completed it. And we use that as a collective so we can gather the people who finished, so we know we got the information on the census and everything. Yeah, I love y'all do, fam. Yes, I mean, Bay, Abmex is very reliable. I've been doing business with them since 2014. Yes, sir. If you if you need what to buy, I mean, just send me an email, shoot me an email. Remind me of this live. Yeah, humble man Miz, it was. But the thing about it is, we have to be honest about that. And the reason I say that is this. Hold on. Y'all hold on for me. Let me go get some water. I'll be right back. Oh. All right, y'all. Y'all there? All right. Uh, we got to be honest, man, about Egypt over here. Because I hear these people, and this is another thing, man. One thing that burns my ass up, do not talk history, man, and you don't got, man, the ledger. I think like a banker. You better show me the ledger. You know, look at Gadang Padang. How many of y'all familiar with that? Gadang Padang is in Indonesia. It's older than our pyramids. Once again, Southeast Asia. It's older than our pyramids here. It's older than our mounds here. In fact, it's over 20,000 years old. So, I say all that to say this. A lot of people say, well, Kemet started here. If that's the case, you got to understand. You would find proto-metal netta here. You would find a lot of things that show is Genesis here. But no, was it here? Yes, it was. Even in the Grand Canyon, yes, it was. But these were migrations here. The Genesis wasn't here. And the thing about it is, all you got to do is look at go down, start going south on the Nile, which they call the Upper Nile, from where it starts. And the stories are going to get older and older in regards to the genesis of Kemet. Even in Uganda, that's why they called Idi Amin the Pharaoh. They called him what did they call him? The last pharaoh or something like that. I can't remember. But, Uganda. Now, what they call diffusion, yes. Yes. Around about 5,000 years ago, maybe 10,000, you know. But when you start looking at Wyatt Laco, when you start looking at the pygmy skulls, when you start looking at the Topper, when you start looking at Miramar, you know, no, no. The story, man, starts to tell a different tale, and that's what you have to be aware of. Yes, there were several civilizations here. Hell, even the Marians was over here, you know, uh, as well as the Tamils. They were over here prior to Columbus. You know, same with the Shia, the Shang, and all that. Yes, they came over here. But when it comes to who was here originally under you sanguinis, the law of blood, who were the first people here, you know, that was before the age of empires. We were already here. Yes, I've heard of Prester John. Yes, yes, the Ecostones. It shows brain surgery. Man, it showed all types of stuff, man. Yeah, the Ecostones. And supposedly when can't remember the dude who supposedly conquered the Incas, but he ran into those stones and he asked them about them, and they told him those stones were there before them. Those stones are older than them. Zena, get on Google. All you gotta do is get on Google. Land patterns recorded and deeded. Do you have any suggestions? Yes, Google. Yep. Okay. The land patterns. The land patterns are when the Oyobos started carving land up and giving it away to their fellow their people. Some of our people was able to get some of that, you know, in regards to what they call Indian. But let's be honest, if you go to the maxims of law, and even if you go to the Bible, land patents are fraudulent, and this is just the facts. I'm not making this up. Go if you got a Bible right now. Go and read Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 14. Read Deuteronomy chapter 27, verse 17. Read Proverbs 22, verse 28. Read Proverbs 23:10. And you will see that land patents are fraudulent. They did not have the right to do that. The only way they could do that is they had to remove you out of your natural born status. And by them doing that, that would enable them to declare what's called a terra nullius. Terra nullius, go look that up. And terra nullius basically terminated your rights to the land. Then they could carve it up and do as they see fit. But they didn't have a right to do that under natural law. Jennifer, go to my website, ObaShango-El.com. Click on the red tab below my picture and download the two PDFs. Last King of Scotland. Yeah, that was the movie, but in real life, he was called the Pharaoh. He was called the Pharaoh, and the reason being is because the Nile actually, man, has its origins close to Uganda. Yep, Ganong Padang. That's right, New Day. Obashango at MSN.com. I mean, uh, O is in Oscar, B is in Bravo, A is in Alpha, S is in Sierra, H is in Hotel, A is in Alpha, N is in November, G is in Golf, O is in Oscar at MSN.com. Yep. Duffy no. Frank Padron. I'm not familiar with what's going on in Cuba. I have to probably see what's word with that. I have to be brought up to speak. That's right, Inner Beauty. Don't remove the landmarks. The mounds are landmarks. Uh uh Y'all excuse me, man. I'm tired, man. Brain fog. I'm sorry. Uh Cahokia, landmarks. Uh Teotihuacan, landmarks. Uh Chichen Itza, landmarks. Oramumuru, landmarks. Uh Tenochtitlan, landmarks. Uh Nazca lines, landmarks. Uh Pyramid at Rock Lake, landmarks. You know, they didn't have a right to do that. There are a couple of reasons that the United States and all 50 corporate states are going to be destroyed unless they keep the Most High creator of the heavens and earth commandments and statutes. You abuse the land and disregarded the landmarks and the laws pertaining thereto. You brought swine up on the land, pig, violation. You Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 13 through 16, unequal weights and measures, violation. There's a couple of reasons they're gonna be destroyed. We ain't gotta do nothing. And are we to help them? That's up to y'all. I'll show mercy on those who show love to me. The ones I don't know, you're just gonna be at it. You're gonna be ass out like fat broads in bikinis. Straight up. Y'all hold on one second. Okay, I'm back, y'all. So I say all that to say this. Uh, we're under no obligation, man. You know, do not get in the belt. Do not get in the way of the belt. When Mother Karma and my aunt get to swinging, that's all I can say. The Salt Flats of Utah, Boonville Salt Flats. I know what you're talking about. I think that was an inland sea. I think it was an inland sea. Yeah, Jirac 360. That's why we filed down here in Pulaski. As a matter of fact, they've already given us our own section in there in regards to the clerks that assist us because they know we coming. And that's another thing. Once we get liquid, they're gonna collapse, man. They're gonna collapse. And I'm gonna say this: I don't give a damn if the Oyobo is here, and fuck you. I'm gonna tell it like it is. We're gonna get back on and get our estate restored. Do not give these people any aid whatsoever. None. The ones that showed you mercy, be merciful to them. The ones that did not show you anything, turn your back on them. Turn your back on them. You know why? Because one good turn deserves another. But the ones who aided and assisted us, like Pulaski, Pulaski's been doing a good job, man, and getting us recorded. Yes, we're going to form a rapport and a relationship with them because they understand who we are. So all these other places that want to be stubborn, listen, the banks are already broke. If the banks are broke, they can't buy the municipal bonds and they can't buy the state bonds. And if they can't buy the municipal and state bonds, guess what? That's how these people get paid. That's how they keep their fraud circulating. And then eventually they're going to collapse. So when they come begging to you, can y'all give us some credit? Don't give them a damn dime. Nothing. Let them suffer. Spiral Mounds. That's in Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to pass Spiral going to Tulsa. Yeah, go through Pulaski, brother Gerard. Yes, Omex. Yes, landmarks, brother Dion. That is correct. Bornstone. Yes, Kasir. New Day. I agree. I agree. We'll speak later on that. Yep, you're right, brother El Anthony. Not honoring a forefather and foremother. Washeta. That's right. That's right. We're disrespecting the law. Yeah, we need to investigate that Nether Love Zone. We need to investigate that. You know what? We need to investigate that, Frank, brother Frank Padron. But once again, we have to be honest. A lot of this can be remedied with status, man. If our people, if our people don't deal with the head issue of status, there ain't really much we can do. Like, you think I don't feel some type of way, man? That this damn Oyobo over here, man, he be shooting, our people down. But a lot of it has to do with status, man. These people don't understand that birth certificate and that social, those are contracts. Those are contracts, man, and the underlying asset is the flesh and blood attached to it. And so you have to come out from underneath that. It's not hard. But when you start talking to our people about this, they don't want to hear it. So it's like, what the hell can you do? I can't help you because, man, you want to unhinge from the corporation. So we got to find out what's going on and see. Because international law, everybody got a right to a nationality. And yes, if you read Dakota Time Walker, he'll tell you the Moors were the custodians of the land. They are the custodians of the land. He tells you that. The international language of trade was Arabic. Man, Meredith Musa Quinn, before he died, he wrote a hell of a piece. He went to the hospital, man, for I think something simple, and he ended up dying in there. They killed that man. You know, just like strange thing with Prince Uriel Bay. You know, uh, same thing with Empress Verdiasi. They said that was very strange when she was in the nursing home in Paris, California. You know, and number one, I wouldn't have had my mama in no nursing home, man. My great grandmama didn't die in no nursing home. My great great grandmama didn't die in no nursing home. My grandmama didn't die in no nursing home. All my relatives died around family. My grandfather on my father's side, everybody, we don't do that. That's something, man. That's Oyobo shit. That's some shit that we don't do. That's some shit we recently picked up. Your elders, man, die at home with family. So yeah, we need to investigate that. Yep, Serpent Mound is in Ohio, as well as oh man, it's right there. Y'all excuse me, man. Normally, I can call stuff right off the dome. Uh, Damn, I can't even think of it. It's in Ohio too. They found the Ten Commandments buried inside there. Hopewell, Hopewell Mounds, Hopewell Mound. Man, my memory, man, is burning the candle at both ends. If y'all didn't get a chance, go back on my YouTube community page and listen to Billy Carson. Uh, he goes in on that Amore, 10,000 years. He goes in on that. There was a reset. And here's the part about it. I wrote about those who read the crack and know what I'm talking about. When I talked about that comet that hit about 12,000 years ago, about 10,000 BC, and they said it hit out in the Atlantic. He talks about all of that in this podcast. Billy Carson does. Those who know Billy Carson, Forbidden Knowledge. No, I used to interview. I used to go up to Tulsa all the time. Back when I used to do music, man, I recorded in studios up there. Yeah, but I know what Spiral is. You're right, Goddess alumni. They want to stay oppressed and depressed and play victim. And there's no need for that. There is no need for that, man, when all your remedies are international law and contract. It's simple. You know, the thing about it is, man, I got over 100,000 hours in this shit. I quit counting after that. You just have to want to learn and want to seek knowledge, man, and correct your situation. It's not hard. But people love bread and circus. They love bread and circus. These are the facts. Jirach 360, yes. Yes. Yes, you can go through there. Article 4, Section 1 of the Constitution. The Organic Constitution of 1787. Read it. Yes, Yoni Melanin. That's right. Everyone has a right to nationality. That's right. The Mauritanian races. That's right. That's right. That is correct. Moknine. That's good. Hopewell. That's it. That's right. Yep. All for my condolences, family. She's with your ancestors now. She's with the ancestors. So use that energy. She's there. Unlimited by space and time. Tubman Day, yeah, I would say that. A lot of them are, but you have to understand too, many of them aren't because they're heavily intertwined with masonry and the Order of the Mystic Shriners as well. So some of them know. I've had discussions with them, and they know. Yep. You're welcome, family. Mok 9. Yep. But I'll tell y'all what. If y'all haven't done it, go to my OneDrive and look up when you go in there. He said it's too old to find. Go to the U.S. Department of. Hold on. Zena Williams, go to the U.S. Department of the Interior. Yeah, of course they'll say that. These Oyobos are scared, man. Now, I'm going to say this. Every Oyobo is not your enemy. Every Oyobo is not your enemy. Just like every Asiatic is not your friend. You know, you have to be discerning within the spirit. You know, and there's some information that I'm not going to say who received it, but one of the blood right heirs had talked to an Oyobo from Appalachian Mountains, backwoods, and she had oral tradition and history from her third great grandmother that told her that the Moors were the custodians of the lands around the world. This, what this woman had run into her family as far as the knowledge. And I told him, I said, man, you need to go up there and get that knowledge, go gather that. And he did. And she said, yeah, I'll tell you everything I know. I'll tell you what I know. And he was able to get that knowledge and record it. So a lot of them do know. Some of them have been sworn to secrecy. You know, they scared, man, because their sword, their scimitars over their neck. But yeah, they do know. And some of them are just straight up ignorant. You know, they don't know shit. You know. Yes, we do. James Weeks Bay. Yes, we do have ITs in the circle. We do. So we're looking at, man, just bring your knowledge, man, whatever you have. You know, upon liquidity, funding won't be a problem. You know, I just want to see us operate as a unit. I constantly mention in the group, people, think of the ants and think of the bees. Although y'all call me chief, I'm just an ant and a bee, just like y'all. That's how we all work together. So, you know, I tell them to bring all of that knowledge. You know, we all work together, man. We work for and by each other. Yep. Well, y'all, I've been on here almost 2 hours. I didn't plan on going this long. Uh, y'all got any other questions before I wrap it up? I hope I was able to answer a majority of y'all questions. If so, man, give me a thumbs up. You know. Ashe, real comedy. If I was able to answer your questions, just give me a thumbs up. And yeah, that's right. They are walking libraries. You just got to get them in the right setting, man, and they will reveal that to you. No, you're right, alumni. There's no turning back. Yep, the Hopewell Mounds. Much respect to you, humble man. You're welcome, inner beauty. That's right, we are the best, Jason Money. All right, Zena, good. Yeah, do your homework there. You're welcome, Sun Taurus 9. Yep. All righty. You're welcome, Dion Detroit Line. All right, brother Antoine, I see you. He's another one of the census verification teams, brother Antoine, as well as the cards too. Another love zone. Thank you. You're much welcome, man. Appreciate you. All right, Ethel Poe. Peace and love. Thank you, brother Kasir. There you go, Aleph. Peace and love, Aleph. All right, Nehemiah Ashe. Yep. Good deal, brother Jared. All right, y'all. Well, Mogdine, I appreciate you. I'm gonna go ahead and get on off here. Jazz phone. Ashe, thank you. I love y'all, man. Peace and love. Y'all take care. Don't stay up too late. Get y'all some rest, man. Don't be like me, man. I'm just looking forward to the day I can retire. And I love y'all, man. Peace and love. Ashe.